Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Shish Lord, and today we're doing the LEGO video games tier list. Now, the LEGO video games are a staple of everybody's childhood, let's be honest. If you are watching this video and have not played a LEGO video game, I, I don't know what to say to you. You know, everybody's played a LEGO video game. Now, I will say, there are two main LEGO video games that I've not played. You know, the ones that are on consoles or whatever. That's what I consider the main LEGO video games, not like the really old ones or the ones that are on the 3DS, like the ones down here. I have not played LEGO Jurassic World. I have not played LEGO Hobbit. But the rest of these I've either played at like friend's house or I've owned them myself. So yeah, I'm ready to get into this. So first off, we're just going to start off with an easy S tier. We all know that this is going to be here. LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. The best LEGO video game to this day. Let's be honest. It's a classic. The level design is great. The music is great. The humor is great. Everything about LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga is great. And then boom, another classic, LEGO Indiana Jones. This one is more focused on exploration, which, you know, makes sense for Indiana Jones. And again, is another classic. And boom, right with another S tier, Lego Batman the video game. Now, the reason why I did these ones so quick is that these are the pinnacle. These are what every Lego game inspires to be. These are the big three. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman. These are the big three. Which is why, you know, we all know that they're here in S tier, so I just figured I'd go through them real quick, you know. But I guess I will talk about Lego Batman. Lego Batman's also up here. He's better than Indiana Jones. I guess I'll do that. But, Lego Batman's great. Lego Batman does so much with its small cast of characters. Even the little goons are so iconic. Every level is great in Lego Batman. Okay, next up. Oh god, Lego Indiana. I swear, every single level in Indiana Jones 2 feels like they end off with like this big kaiju battle, and some of these things don't even happen in those movies. Like, huh? What is going on in this one? It just throws away everything that was good about the original Lego Indiana Jones. I hate Lego Indiana Jones 2. And for that reason, we're gonna put it in the D tier. Sorry, Lego Indiana Jones. Just have to do it to you. Okay, Harry Potter. So, I will say, I don't think I ever realized how, like, I just don't think I like Harry Potter characters that much. Because this game is just, I get the puzzles in this game are really boring because, they, like, revolve around the same, like, couple spells. And every character is kind of the same in this game. So I think maybe that's why I don't like the character selection in this game. Is because all the characters almost have all the same spells. So it gets really boring really fast. So I'm going to put it in the C tier. Sorry, but it is what it is. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. This one has a much different art style, I feel like. Obviously it's Lego, but like the stuff around it, I guess, it's cool. Now, I will say, thing about Lego Pirates of the Caribbean is it's too jokey. Like, I feel like if I had not watched Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, I would not understand what's going on whatsoever. But that's not to say that it's a bad game, because it is a good game. But it's either a B or A tier. I'm gonna put it on B, you know, because it's not necessarily iconic, you know. Lego Star Wars 3, bam, another S tier. This one's as good as these big three right here. This one, based around the first two seasons of Clone Wars. And it even makes the really boring episodes good. And that just really shows how good this game's level design is. And I believe you're also allowed to, like, unlock all the, you know, famous characters that we all know, like, so, you know, this game's really good. Love it. Next up, Second, Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. This one's about in the same boat. I will say there's this weird one. There's this weird thing that they do in this one where they have like a dueling system with wands, but it's the same every single time. So, yeah, the thing is that it just gets really repetitive. And that's not what you want in a Lego game. You don't want repetitiveness. Okay, next up, Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. So, there's a big debate which one's better, Lego Batman the original or Lego Batman 2. So, Lego Batman 2 has a I don't know if it's actually bigger because I don't quite remember, but it has a bigger open world. This is where the open worlds start to get like really good because you just get to explore Gotham and it's great. It also has, the Justice League in it. That's cool. But in my opinion, it doesn't live up to the original. It's still a great Lego game. Don't get me wrong. Just flying through Gotham as Superman is just the most relaxing thing ever. I could do that forever, to be honest with you. But I don't know why. I just don't feel like it quite lives up to the original. Maybe it's something about the level design. Maybe it's something about the story. Also, this game, I believe, was the first one to start using actual voice lines, which is another big controversy within Lego games. And, mumbles are great if they are able to be funny enough with lines, which we'll see in this one right here. But this game just doesn't do it for me with its comedy. So that's why I'm going to put it in the A tier. Lego Lord of the Rings. It's kind of in the same boat as Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, here's the thing. Not that I don't enjoy Lord of the Rings. It's just I'm not as connected to it as Star Wars or DC or Marvel, I'm just not as connected to it. So I'm not going to have the same experience as somebody that's a real Lord of the Rings advocate. But it's a good game. I don't really have much to say about Lego Lord of the Rings. To be honest with you, take this one with a grain of salt because I haven't played it in a while, but I just kind of remember it being mediocre. So, another S tier, baby. Now you guys might be like, Lego Chima Laval's Journey? What's that? The most underrated Lego game of all time. That's what it is. Lego Laval's Journey is based on... I could pull up a whole script that I had where I was literally just going to talk for like 30 minutes about this game and how great it is and how it's one of, if not the best Lego game of all time. But I'll keep it short for you just because I'm not sure if I still want to make that video or not. But I'll keep it short for you. Based on the Lego Chima TV series that was going to replace Ninjago on Cartoon Network. And dude, the amount of quotable lines in this game is so hilarious. There are like hippie gorillas and dumb rhinos and just it's great. There's like this one actually differs from regular Lego combat where if you press at the right time you do more damage. The boss fights are great. Characters are great. So many quotable lines. Has a pretty cool open world too. If you get the 3DS version. DS version would be like... But 3DS version up here. It's just a great plot. Great everything. Amazing. Chef's kiss of a Lego video game. Next up, Lego Marvel Superheroes. This one has an amazing Lego roster. Just amazing. It's great. Has a great Lego roster. Now, does it quite stand up to the S tiers? I'm going to be honest, no. Great game. There are so many fun levels where you play as so many different characters. And that's the thing with this. This has such a wide range of characters. You could be anybody you wanted. Just being the Hulk, just clobbering everybody around. Spider-Man swinging all around, I think New York is the setting. Correct me if I'm wrong. just all everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody's unique, but it's fun to play as everybody. It's not just a copy and paste roster. So yeah, Lego Marvel Superheroes are great. Next up, the Lego Movie video game. Now, the Lego Movie itself is an amazing movie. Totally should have been nominated for Best Animated Feature. But the actual game itself, yikes. You know, they where the Lego Movie was just an advertisement for Lego, but it was actually good. This is just an advertisement for Lego. That's just bad. It's what the Lego Movie could have been. It's just bland. It's like you just strip down all the fun of a Lego game and bring it to like its bland element. You know, just boring level design, not really funny. It's just ugh. But next up, we got Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. Now, this one does not compare to the first two. It's in C tier, to be honest with you. It has a really fun roster, I'll give it that, but at this point, that's not really, much of a wow, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga had an amazing roster, okay? I mean, wow, good job. But the weird planet thing that they did in this one was really weird, and I don't think it's anybody's favorite, to be honest with you. Out of these two, don't think this is anyone's favorite out of the Batman. I mean, I would rather play it over the Lego Harry Potter games, but it's not quite B tier, though. But one thing I will give this one credit for, good roster of characters. You got, Daffy Duck as, a Green Lantern. You have, the Batman from the old, cartoon show and stuff. It's fun, but it doesn't quite live up to these two. Level design's kind of eh. And it's not all too funny either. Now, these two are where Lego decided to get, experimental. And didn't really work out for them now, did it? Lego Worlds, it's just a game where you, it's like building Legos in real life, but they sucked all the fun out of it. So, basically you have to, build things to, God, what is the word? To beat puzzles, I guess. Yeah, to beat puzzles. And, it's just... And one thing, I hate the camera angle in this game. It's like Mario 64 bad, but Mario 64 was a long time ago. Or at least a long time ago in the video game sense. This game just has no excuse. It should totally have a better camera. And, I totally regret buying this game. Not even gonna lie. This is one of the games that I actually did buy and didn't just play at a friend's house or whatever. Lego Dimensions, the most expensive Lego video game of all time. Probably has the best Lego, most creative Lego roster. I mean, you have Sonic. I'm pretty sure the Scooby Gang is in this. You have the Teen Titans. You have everybody. Anybody that you can think of is probably in this game. But, there's... The thing is when having to create this many worlds and stuff, it gets to the point where they just start making bland worlds, like the Simpsons world. So bland. Nothing to do. And I will say, when I played this on my Wii U, or not my Wii U, friend's Wii U, super laggy. I know it wasn't probably built for a Wii U, but then don't put it on a Wii U. Of course, then I could just laugh at the Wii U and just laugh at how it was an utterly disgrace of a console. But in the end, not as bad as the D tiers, because it is funny. I'll give it that. It's funny, has a great roster, level design's kind of eh. So we'll put it in C tier. Oh, Lego Avengers. Sorry, I've been through such mediocre stuff through here. I'm just ready to get to some of the better games down the list here. Lego Avengers. What to say about Lego Avengers? Probably the most this is what people when people say, "Oh, I hate Lego games," this is what they're talking about. You know, it does stick to the to like the more MCU films, but like it also diverts in some really weird ways. It's not necessarily funny, and you know, it's kind of just eh. It'll go in the C tier because it's not as bad as these three, but eh. Next up, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. I will say, a very weird choice for like this to be a complete game with 6 movies in it, and this is just one. But I'm not gonna say it's bad. B tier, honestly. It the fighting in this game is clearly a setup to this later one over here. But, you know, they actually made the plot of this movie be able to fit into the amount of levels of a Lego game. I will say some of the levels are kind of like, really, did this have to be a level? But, you know, for making one game, or not, sorry, one movie a game, it could have been a lot worse. Could have definitely been in the D tier. But there you go. Next up, the Lego Ninjago movie. This is such a breath of fresh air compared to everything else, where everybody else has like the same fighting style of just pressing A and mashing A and mashing A and mashing A. The Lego Ninjago movie video game actually it focuses on the combat. It has a way different combat than any of the other games. And it has a really cool character roster. If you watched Ninjago back in the game, back in the day, not back in the game, back in the day, this one is really cool just to see all the characters that they put in here. And I never watched the Lego Ninjago movie, but I will say playing this game makes me want to see it. And, you know, I feel like it did its job because this is definitely just the same thing as the Lego movie video game where they just wanted to advertise. But at least it did it in a good way, and for that, I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Next up, we got Lego DC Super Villains. This one also has a great roster. So many funny villains. Every single character is unique. And that's something that can't be overstated. Everybody has something to them. Even Kite Man. The plot is really fun, getting to play as the villains instead of the heroes for once. Really fun concept, and I love it. For that, I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Bam, baby, another S tier. Lego City Undercover. It's literally what if GTA was Lego. And I'm not kidding. It's GTA but Lego. And it's so funny. It is one of, if not the funniest Lego games. They actually use the talking to its advantage point. And that's something that can't be overstated. Most of these talking games, that's the one thing with Laval's Journey. It's not even that funny. It just has really quotable moments that weren't even meant to be funny, but they're ironically funny. But this game is genuinely, from the bottom, funny. It is a funny game. And it's so great. There isn't actual, if, I might be wrong, but there isn't actual characters in this. They're just like disguises and stuff. But all the disguises are so fun. And great puzzles. Literally just GTA but Lego. It's great. Love it. Lego The Incredibles. The only good thing about this game is when you start unlocking the Pixar characters. That's literally it. The level design is so bland. So bland. But I do love playing as Remy the Rat, I will say. But it still goes in D tier. And go in high D tier for Remy the Rat. But, you know, it just doesn't go far, man. It's just so bland. Why did they create this one? Why Lego The Incredibles? Why? Who came up with this? Who on the board meeting was like, we need Lego The Incredibles, baby. That's what we need. We need Lego The Incredibles. No, you don't. No, you don't. Shut up. Who did this? Why not just make it a full Lego Pixar game? Maybe like 3 levels is like a Pixar movie. No, that wouldn't really work out well. I don't know how you do it, but Lego The Incredibles, why would you center a whole movie based on Incredibles 2? That movie wasn't even that good, guys. It was kind of garbage compared to the first one. So bad game. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, very similar, I will say, to Lego DC Supervillains. It has probably the best roster, except from this game. Just so many wacky characters in this one. There's Hit Monkey, Spider Ham, Howard the Duck. And they're all fun and great to play as. This one has a big open world, which is great. Just humongous open world. And yeah, just a good game. I kind of blanked out there because I kind of forgot that I was supposed to be talking. But, you know, it's just a good Lego game. Not as good as these guys, because it still has its basic problems. It can get repetitive at some times. It's a game that I play when I'm just, like, not focusing. You know? When I'm not actually focusing on the game, like I'm working... Not working, like watching a video or whatever. Lego Movie 2, boo. Lego Movie 2, it's like the same thing as Lego Movie video game, but they made it worse. None of the characters have, like, unique abilities or anything. And it's just so boring. Never play this game. I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's just so bad. Such a bad game. And finally, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This was definitely the most hyped up Lego game out of everything. Do I think it lived up to the hype? Not necessarily. It's not quite an S tier. Top of A. Very top of A. You know, I will say the bosses are really bland. The characters can get kind of repetitive because there's like 10 classes and everybody fits into those 10 classes. But I will say, it has 9 movies in it. Incredible amounts of content in this game. While I do hate walking around and stuff from place to place, I have to admit it's a good Lego game. So yeah, these are my rankings. If you disagree, I don't care. And yeah, shush and subscribe, baby. See you later, nerds.